Hello everybody. On today's episode of Lolcow Theater, I'm going to be returning to the man who made this series famous, and made me semi-famous, Low-Tier God. Now, some of you are going to say that I'm creatively bankrupt and running out of ideas. Zion, you're milking it. He's an overdone Lolcow. I mean, what more can you possibly add? You've already made 6 videos on the guy. Well, I like to periodically check up on the people I make videos about, to see if they've changed, to see if they're doing things differently, to see how they're doing. And in the case of Low-Tier God, he has not changed at all. He is the exact same person as when I first covered him back in 2015. And if it's even remotely possible, he is saltier than ever. It's literally quite amazing how salty this motherfucker is. Now, before we start the video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Slayer of Demons 99, who gave me the idea for this episode, and alerted me to this particular situation that I'm going to be talking about. So what happened? Well, Low-Tier God recently got in a little controversy for roasting a guy by the name of Broly Legs. Who the hell is Broly Legs, you may ask? Well, check this out.
Well, the condition that I have currently is arthrogryposis. It's a bone muscle deficiency that the brain didn't tell the muscles to grow. Basically, I have very limited use in my arms and my legs. Street Fighter, it's like, I want to be the person that, dashes forwards and jumps in.
So as you saw in the video, Broly Legs is physically handicapped from the waist down. He can barely use his arms. In fact, he can't even use them at all, and he can't really even use his hands to play. So he has to use his mouth, and that's how he plays. That's how he plays Street Fighter. But despite this, he's actually quite good. In fact, he's one of the most well-respected players within the Street Fighter community. And recently, him and Low-Tier God just happened to run into each other in an online match of Street Fighter V. And the results were hilariously salty. And let's just say, it doesn't end too well for Low-Tier God. It has to be seen to be believed, so roll the clip.
Here we go. This dude basically can win off jumping. That's it. I really just don't see how this Krang ass motherfucker could even do any of this shit. Not respecting this dude, period.
1 hour later.
I'm good, dude. I can't accept losses where I bodied you and you just get some fake fucking shit on me. Slobbering all over fucking controllers and shit. I'm good. I'd rather quit, lose another 500 points. I'm hella straight, dude. I'm hella straight. I'm hella cool. You just didn't deserve that. I outplayed you, I bodied you, and you got lucky. That's not skill to me. That's not outplaying me. That doesn't mean you're better than me.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that he raged like a little bitch or the fact that he lost to a physically handicapped person. This is a guy that can't even use his arms to play, nor his hands. He uses his mouth to play Street Fighter, and you still lose. I'm not even kidding when I say this. This is not hyperbolic. This guy is one of the worst fighting game players I have ever seen, bar none. I could kick this guy's fucking ass at Street Fighter. And I'm not even that good at fighting games, and even I could beat him. I guarantee it. Seriously, that's how shit this guy is. This guy is the textbook example of a John. If you don't know what a John is, it's a term within the fighting game community to describe those who constantly make excuses when they lose. And Low-Tier God constantly does this. If you watched any part of this guy's videos, if you watched them for any length of time, you will realize that just when he's about to lose, he will rage quit, thus denying the person that kicked his ass a proper victory, which is the utter definition of cowardice. And yet he feels good about it. He feels that he's far superior than the players that are kicking his ass, yet he's rage quitting when things don't go his way, which is not honorable at all. Again, that just makes you a fucking coward. You denied Broly Legs a proper victory because he beat you fair and square, and anybody who watches the video will realize this. He beat you fair and square, and you just can't accept that. Instead of just taking the loss and moving on and being gracious, no, he rage quits and cries like a little bitch saying, "Oh, he didn't deserve that. Oh, I outplayed him. I bodied him. This and that. Blardy 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 blar." It's either this person is playing with a character I don't like, this person is doing this person is jumping. It's just constant, non-stop excuses. Because he can never take any responsibility for his own actions. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never his. And what makes the situation even more hilarious is the fact that he made a video trying to defend his actions. Just check this out. This is amazing.
You guys know that when I stream, right? This is how I know you idiots don't pick up on patterns. When I stream, I rage, right? But then when I come back on stream, do you notice I've doubled the amount of points I had when I was raging on stream? People don't catch on to the shit that I do that keeps your ass glued to the seat, watching me, giving me exactly what I want, and that's a fucking reaction.
Now, I've had some suspicion over the years that the whole low-tier god persona is fake. It's a character that he's portraying to bring attention to himself, and my suspicions were correct. He pretty much confirms it. What he'll do is that he'll pretend to rage on stream, and then he'll play a few games off stream, win, and then his points suddenly go up. So he's essentially admitting to being a troll, faking his reactions of raging, just so people will watch his shitty content. This is surreal. And it's just ridiculous because it completely contradicts a statement that he makes at the beginning of the video.
And you guys know, anytime I do something, it's always one-sided, according to you drones. It's never double-sided. And that's what disappoints me about everything. You guys will take one story and run with it completely.
So you're tired of things being one-sided, you're tired of people never hearing your side of the story, you're tired of people taking what you say and do in your streams and videos and taking it out of context to paint you out to be someone that you're not, yet a few minutes later you say that you're essentially a troll and that you're only doing this to get a reaction from people. You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Which one is it? Are you a troll that's just doing this for attention, or are you really tired of people taking what you say and do completely out of context? Are you tired of things being one-sided? What the fuck is it? I mean, this is incredibly hypocritical to say the least. You're essentially admitting to being a troll and doing all of this just to get a rise out of people, and then when people take what you say and do in your streams and videos, and, you know, essentially call you out for your shitty behavior, then you want to go and say, "Oh, I'm tired of people taking what I say and do completely out of context. It's always one-sided. People never want to hear my side of the story. Wah, 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 wah." Get the fuck out of here with that. This comes from a man who is desperately trying to justify his actions because he doesn't like people rightfully calling him out on his shitty behavior. And guess what, low-tier fraud? You're not exactly doing a very good job of it. Anyways, back to Broly Legs. The excuses that he makes to try and justify him roasting Broly Legs are utterly ridiculous. I mean, they are some of the most amazing things you will ever hear in your lifetime.
So, long story short, Broly Legs pops in my room. Chun-Li player, I guess dude's handicapped physically. Definitely not mentally. Definitely not. So, he comes in my room. We're playing. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna rage quit. I'm not gonna give this dude any points. I guess dude got mad. And this isn't the first time he did this. Dude got mad, went on Twitter, started talking shit, right?
And by the way, all this tweet is a video clip of Low-Tier God rage quitting the match. And that's it. I mean, why the fuck would you ever think lying to the audience is okay, low-tier fraud? But considering you essentially admitted that you only do this to get a rise out of people, audience integrity isn't a high priority for you. If this is what classifies as talking shit in your pea-brain mind, then I'm the fucking Pope.
Now, somebody that's handicapped can't talk shit, correct? Just because you're half functional does not give you a pass to talk shit.
You would have a point there if he were actually talking shit, but that's not what he was doing. In fact, he actually posted another tweet shortly thereafter offering to give you tips, offering to help you out so you can improve your skills. That's not talking shit. And that's one of the things that bugs me about low tier fraud. It's his hypocrisy. When he's talking shit, and by the way, he talks shit to other people all the fucking time, it's justified, it's okay because he's a god and supposedly the best there is. But when somebody rightfully kicks his ass in a match, or he perceives somebody else to be talking shit, all of a sudden, it's now a problem. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this guy is just the epitome of hypocrisy. He truly, truly is. He's the kind of guy that can dish it out, but he can't take it back. And the fact that he's ranting against a handicapped person all because he's salty that he lost to him is just sad. Now, some people are going to think that it's abhorrent, disgusting, wrong, morally reprehensible, and I can understand that, but in my opinion, I honestly think it's just sad. How can you call yourself a god when you lose to a handicapped person that can't even use their hands to play? I'm sorry, I can't get over this. How can you call yourself a god when you lose to somebody like that? Care to explain that one? Low tier fraud?
In no way, shape, or form am I a bully, or was it something I did just for the fuck of it? No, this was something that started off in the Street Fighter 4 days just because I rage quit on the guy and he didn't get his points. He felt like, matter of fact, in that video, if you look, I didn't even rage quit yet. He was just talking shit in his chair. Just talking shit in his chair. I guess, you know, before Crane actually hops in his body, he's sitting on a platform. So I guess that's what the fuck he was doing, sitting on his platform and talking shit for no reason. So this isn't some new shit. This is some shit that's been stirring up.
Why the fuck would you admit that? You're trying to shift the blame towards Broly Legs. You're trying to tell everybody that he supposedly talks shit about you first, and then you admit that you rage quit on him in Street Fighter 4. I'm sorry, low tier fraud, but I gotta ask this one question. Are you fucking retarded? And that's a legitimate question, by the way. Are you fucking retarded? Because no sensible person in their right mind that's trying to shift the blame towards someone else would admit to something like that. Then again, I shouldn't be surprised because you've never been known for being smart. Because you aren't smart. In fact, you're a fucking idiot. And can you blame him for being mad? If you beat somebody fair and square in a fighting game and then they rage quit before you could win, thus denying you a proper victory, you would be mad too. So he does have the right to be a little bit miffed. But because he's mad because you rage quit on him, denying him a proper victory, and you doing that in Street Fighter 5 wasn't the first time that you done that, can you blame him for being mad? Like, seriously, can you blame him for that? Oh, but it's his fault. He's the one that's talking shit because he got mad because you rage quit, denying him a proper victory, because that totally makes sense. Look, I'm just gonna end it right here. I could dissect this video for days, but if I were to continue on, I would just be repeating myself, and besides, I think you guys get the point. Low tier fraud, take some responsibility for yourself. Stop fucking blaming everybody else. It is your fault. You're the problem. I'm not the problem. The various people that make videos making fun of you aren't the problem, and the players that kick your ass are not the problem. You're the problem. All of your misfortunes, your horrendous reputation is on you. So take some responsibility and, stop blaming others. It's as simple as that. But you're never going to do that. This is falling on deaf ears. You're just going to do the same shit like you've always done. It's never your fault, it's always somebody else's fault, because you're completely incapable of taking responsibility for yourself. And for an adult, for a so-called god, for somebody that's so-called smart and has it together, that's pretty sad. I'm done. That's all I gotta say. This is ThatKidDouglas, aka the Unhero, signing out. Deuces, stay frosty and keep it weird. Cue an outro sequence now.